Hey everyone, we are back for another video, and as you saw in the last video, we pulled this old Bronco off of the family farm in Colorado. I trailered it all the way from Colorado to Indiana, and it's finally time to start working on this thing and get it running again. So that's what we're gonna do, but we're gonna start by pulling all of the stuff out of it in the back and trying to get this passenger side door open. I hope you guys enjoy. This is going to be a little series on getting this old Bronco going again. Oh, there we go. I need to get some penetrating oil in on that door. This is a look at the driver's side. Whew, man, she is dirty. There's, mold or moss or both growing on the floor there. This is household carpet. That's cool. These seats, they're I believe F-150, so that's also cool, question mark. I guess they look okay, they just don't fit right, and they're ugly, and it is what it is. Also, this is a steering wheel out of a 80 something Ford F-150 or F-250 or something, but underneath this junk, the steering wheel that came with this Bronco, we get it out into the light here. Look at that. Porsche steering wheel. It's upside down. Anyways, we got the little suicide wheel there. I'm going to put that on my tractor, actually. But, oh, geez, I think I just broke it. Oh, nope, I didn't. You know why? Because America. All right, moving on. This is a front bumper, original front bumper for the Bronco. I didn't have one. I do now. And I have a spare rear bumper. Another thing, painless wiring harness, and I think they were being ironic when they said painless, because it's very painful. A couple of spare doors, which I'm glad I have. Got a spare push bar thing there that's kind of just for show, I think, mostly. 390 headers, those are for my 72 F100 if I ever decide to put them on, but I may not. Some 302 valve covers, chromey, cheap, 390 air filter housing, bunch of other random crap. This Bronco, I do have the back seat, and I believe that this is the original handyman jack that came with it. So there's the jack right there. It's dark, I know. And that's the little platform it goes on. Moving on, as you can tell, the fenders, front and rear, have been cut. Don't know what we're going to do about that. When I first got this Bronco, it did have the spare tire carrier, but for some reason, me and my cousins decided to be stupid and take it off, and we started filling in the holes. So that's cool. No idea if this is the original top, but you can tell it's definitely seen some better days. This is where I was talking about, where this door is jammed shut. You can see it, it's jammed shut. I got to be careful. I don't want to break this glass. Driver door has plexiglass for the window, but that's real glass, so I don't want to mess that one up. But this is what I was talking about. So there's one bolt on this side, and then you can see the air gap over there. Whew. That's high quality. This thing, it must have been rolled. There's been a lot of work done on this top anyway. You can see some welding over there, and it's just a little beat up. It's a 302. No idea if it's the original one. I hope it is, but hard to say. Somebody thought it was cool to paint it red, and they did the Craigslist rebuild, just kind of sprayed everything. And I did check it. It's locked up, so we're gonna have to break it free. While it was in storage, the rabbits decided to do some dining, but that's okay. I've got spark plug wires, and since it was sitting, out in eastern Colorado where nothing happens but the dirt blows, carburetor did get a little dusty. It had a bag on it. Didn't really do a whole lot to help it, so we'll pull the carburetor off and clean it out real good. But it does still kind of move and do some of the things. Manual brakes, manual steering. Oh, that's going to be expensive. we'll just ignore that. Moving on. Electronic fuel pump. That's gonna go away. I'm gonna put a manual one back on. So the manual fuel pump would have gone right there in the dark where you can't see my fingers pointing. This thing does have an Excel pointless or point eliminator kit on it, and I do also have an Excel coil on it. I never did really, you know, years ago, when I was a naive, ignorant punk, and I first had this Bronco. That's why a lot of stupid things have happened. I never did get this dumb thing running right, but I don't think I knew what I was doing. And I've got a whole video series, I've got a whole playlist of like 24 videos on this dumb Bronco. And if you watch it, it's a little cringy, okay? I'm a lot smarter now than I was then. I can assure you that. But all I was trying to say there is I never did get it running right. I think it did have a lifter tick, and now the engine is a little bit locked up, a little frozen. But we're gonna get this right. We're gonna make it right. And since the hood weighs about 300 pounds, I think Wild Horses makes a kit where you can put some hood shocks in. And my cousin's got it in his 71 Bronco. There's like a little bracket that goes here, and then I think you need to drill another spot up on the hood to get a bracket up there, and then you put your shocks on. Makes it so much nicer. All right. Oh. My apologies. Oh, it sounded worse than Alanis Morissette. Oh. No offense to the Canadians, but you can keep Alanis Morissette. So those were the bumpers. We don't wanna. I think we're gonna change this up so you guys don't have to look at my big ass. Very nice air filter housing. Set that over there. Forget about it. Trash. Okay. So when I bought this Bronco, it had these as the rockers, and I don't. Was it supposed to be a side step? I don't know. It's like my fat butt would go right through it, but it's pretty flimsy. And I think this is part of the original rocker sheet metal right here. Maybe not, but I don't know if I mentioned it, but I had some stuff stolen out of this thing while I was down at the family farm, and my winch was one thing, which that's fine. It was an ancient worn winch, and I don't even know if it worked. I had another bumper stolen, and one of these, I used to have two of them, but they stole one of them. I don't know. Moving on. Oh, ooh, buddy. What is behind door number one? Oh, it looks like another door. Let's get that one out. Okay, door number two. those guys. This is a part, this is an OBS Ford part of the whole radiator housing assembly. I guess this is where the hood latch piece would go, I think. I don't know why, but I'm going to keep it. .390 parts. Okay. So these are trim pieces for inside the Bronco. This one might not be, but this one definitely is. So we're going to set it over here and keep high. And honestly, I'm going to keep it all because for some reason I like to hoard junk. I blame my dad. And, oh, okay. I think this might be part of the bikini top assembly, which I do have. I do have the original bikini top. So we're going to keep that over here. And I think this is a door gasket. And some more window or door gasket. And the handyman jack. Try not to bust the window there, that'd be expensive. But if you don't know what a handyman jack is, they're dangerous. If you don't know how to use them right and if you're not careful. But pretty much, handyman jack, bumper jack. This was old technology. They still work real good, but it's got the little, yeah, it's got the lock right there. Sorry, not the lock, but the switch. That switch, so I flipped it up, and then I can jack it up. And if I flip it down, then I can jack it down. And there's some way too where you can release it to make it go down all at once. But I think this is the original one that came with the Bronco. It's got a sticker on it. But anyways, we'll set that over here. Oh, okay. This is part of my winch that was stolen, so now this is useless. We'll throw it over in the never gonna see again pile. That's trash. Trash. Oh. Well, there's one cigarette still in there. It's not mine though. Don't know where it came from. More trash. Yeah, this is a good 2x4. We'll keep that. Put that in the wood pile. Put it in that wood pile. Next to the never gonna see again pile. Okay, now I've got different wheels that go with this Bronco. The ones that were on it. So we put some 31 1050 15s on it, on some old wheels that I had some extras, because I knew that the wheels were not going to hold air, or that the tires were not going to hold air. Sure enough, they didn't. I knew they wouldn't. So, but this is a center cap. Sendel. Anyways, moving on. Trash. Ooh, okay. This is nice. This is old cardboard. That's a good bolt. We'll keep that too. Bolt in the water. Oh, what do we got? Oh, okay. Salt and pepper. I don't know if you can see that. Let me look. You can't because the light sucks. So for all you kids that were born oh, I don't know, after 2006 maybe, we had these things called cassettes. And that's what this is. This is a Salt and Peppa cassette. Salt and Peppa was a girl group back in the 90s. Never listened to them though. I don't know where this came from. We'll keep it though, because it might work. I got a cassette player because I'm old school. Alright, moving on. Put that over there. Cardboard. Yep. Let's put cardboard down on this steel floor so when it gets wet it just kind of soaks in like a sponge and then your floor is gone. Ooh, buddy. I should be wearing a mask. Oh, buddy. Alright. So in one of my ancient videos on this Bronco, passenger side door, this is the original, I guess, piece where the door would bolt in, and you can see that two of the bolts broke, and I guess the third one must have come out. But my cousin and I basically made another one of these, and that's what's in there right now. Ooh, I'm gonna trim that. Oops, I messed up the camera. Cut. Well, we're at the point now where we can see the floor, and by first appearance the floor pan looks good, and it was good before. What I did, so there's some rust, you know, here in the corner on both sides. You can see a little bit of daylight right there. So I did some rust preventative stuff on both sides, and no idea if it did any good. Looks like we got some speed holes right there. So that's one thing that we'll have to take care of. Got a lift block back there, don't know what that was for. Got another distributor. And oh look, seat belts. I didn't remember this thing having seat belts. I guess it did. So I think 1972 was the first year that they had to put seat belts in these Broncos. So anyways, we'll keep going. Well, for the sake of all the people on the internet watching this video, I decided to crawl up in there and pull this seat out off camera because I was a plumber in a previous life. So, you know, I got the plumber crack syndrome, but this is the passenger seat, and like I said, it's probably an F-150 seat. It could be a full-size Bronco seat. I don't know, it's actually not that bad. Condition-wise, it's just caked with, you know, Eastern Colorado gold. No, that's just dirt. So, oh geez, it's getting to me. I'm just gonna move this thing off to the side and probably go in there with a shop vac, try to vacuum some of this junk out. So we'll put you on a time lapse for that. Okay, I mean, I gave it my best first attempt to get some of that stuff just kind of cleaned out so I could get a little bit better picture of where things are. This is for the door, so we'll keep that. And then I found part of a seat belt, and then there's the other seat belt up there. But what I really wanted to look at is how the floor is doing, how this floor pan is, and honestly, I don't remember if this rust was already there, but that's easily fixable. I'm gonna have to get in here with a pressure washer and really get all of this caked in dirt and stuff out. Yeah, I see this side right here is also kind of coming through a little bit. That may or may not have already been there. Honestly, don't remember. But we've got some light poking through over there. I'm having issues with, you know, some of these screws aren't coming out. I tried to unbolt the driver's seat, got one bolt out. One of them's just spinning, and that one's just spinning. I crawled underneath there. I can't see nothing. So tomorrow I'm probably just going to get my grinder and cut them out. All right, it is the next day. As you can see, I've got the driver's seat out. I just had to grind a couple of bolts to get it the rest of the way out. And what I'm going to do now is just kind of work on pulling this carpet. I need to grind one more, or try and get that other screw out to get that last little piece of trim. And then I'm going to pull the rest of this carpet out and probably hit it again with the shop vac, pull some wiring out of the way, things of that nature. Just get the rest of this thing cleaned up, and then we can really get a good look at what's left of it. Alright, well, I'm going to say this is probably mission accomplished on what we were really trying to do. I know it's kind of hard to really get a good look, but some work has already been done in here. So both the passenger side and the driver's side have these stainless steel floor pans. And I don't know if they're like an actual thing or if they were handmade. And then we have this galvanized, it looks, cover for the doghouse. But underneath, at least on the passenger side, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. There's definitely some rot, you know, but to be expected on especially a Bronco. These things were terrible at rusting out, even in dry country. So, you know, it ain't terrible. I think I'll probably end up leaving these floor pan things in here. Probably gonna rivet them down. Same with, you know, the doghouse there, just to make sure that they're good and secure. But I might pull them out and treat the floor underneath just so it doesn't get worse. But ooh, there goes that wind. Well, I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to do one more round of vacuuming, but y'all have seen that. It's boring anyway. And then I'm just going to keep tinkering around doing other things. Probably in the next video, we'll try to get the engine unlocked and see if we can get this thing to start. I don't know. Wish me luck. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you like the videos. Hit the subscribe button, all that stuff, to get all the updates. But thank you.